spank crap. If we make an open attack on them, they'll wipe the floor with us. They must be making spank on that big boat that Curly led you to. So we got to use our heads, or rather one head, your head. I'm asking you to destroy that spank factory as a favor to me. South totally off. If you do this, you'll be a made man. Anything you want.
Yes, yes, yes. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive, look alive. It's your boy Ack Reacher with another episode of the JAB Jamboree, produced by the LDBC, executive produced by the Full Berserker Clan. Waiting for my bro to come in here real quick. See what he doing. We still on that topic, you know. Wilder and Fury is still a hot topic, you know. I decided to go on because I seen, you know, not too many of my brothers, you know, want to go on. I understand they feeling a little bit down about this whole situation. I completely understand. You know what I mean? He said, stay ready, said, what's good, family? Shakita said, what's up? My boy Soup said, witness protection program. I'm sorry, Chan. yeah. I ain't go for it. I gotta keep it real. My boy Soup is the only one that tried to bet me on that fight. Anybody outside of Soup did not try to bet me. That is a lie. He is the only one, and I will admit to that my brother Super Ugly is the only one of my friends, you know what I mean, in real life, you know what I mean, that actually try to bet me. He bet on Fury the whole time. All these other people that sitting here trying to hit me up and talk about, oh, Act, da-da-da. Nah, I'm not really trying to hear that right now. Because none of y'all was saying that. The only person I will give credit to is my man Sue. He said $100. My man, I didn't think that he was serious. He said it again. I still ain't think he was serious. But I should have knew because he said it twice. He's the only person that tried to bet me on this fight. Outside of that, can't nobody talk trash to me. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep it real. I got no problem. But when Anthony Joshua lost, I don't remember people having that same bravery and that same energy. A lot of these people that were making videos and wanted to comment on Deontay Wilder's situation, they just was not making live streams or going live when Anthony Joshua, and we could go and we could check. Nobody was talking about that. Did everybody forget that Anthony Joshua just did not get stopped by Andy Ruiz? But they swept that over the rug. Anthony Joshua came back, became a two-time world champion, and got his belts back. Nobody said nothing. It went smooth as ever. Now Deontay Wilder can't come back, heal up, get right, and knock Tyson Fury out. Because like I told y'all earlier, anything is possible once. But twice, you can't sell me on that. You could sell somebody else on that. Let me see Tyson Fury do it twice. Because he looked at near that. And I agree, in the fight with, I'm intelligent to know that. I know that Tyson Fury's tactics were completely different. Let me get in this chat. My brother BFTB said, what's up, Ack? It's my bro right there. And you know why I respect him? Because he kept the same energy. He's still live. He's still talking spicy like we always do in New York and Jersey. He's still talking his shit. He's still talking spicy. Much respect, BFTB. I'm glad that I met you in person. You're a real brother. I don't care what they say about you. You're a real brother in my eyes. I already know what time of day it would be if something happened like that to somebody that was boxing in the LDBC. I ain't gonna say me. I ain't even gonna put that kind of energy on me. Somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If they lost, I know you would keep that same energy, brother, and I respect it. My bro is talking trash right now. I can't say nothing. He picked right. I can't say nothing. When I be picking right, which is most of the time, you know, I'll be letting him have it. So I can't say nothing. I gotta do nothing but respect it. I gotta do nothing but respect it. I don't even go live like that. So you ain't even gotta my fortitude. You know, I'm going live only because I show everybody that, you know what I mean? It's like my brother legendary Tarantino said earlier. He at least deserve a live stream, a post, or a comment. You know what I mean? Before we lost, we was riding with him. Let's be here for him after. I'm still riding with Deontay Wilder. I don't think Fury could do that again. Fool me once, but twice. Okay, Soup. If you hear that, if you're still there listening, you can fool me once, but twice, I don't believe it. Let's see part 3. Let me see him do, and let me see him bust Deontay Wilder eardrum in the 3rd match, and I'll give it to him. You heard? You already know how we do. You know what I mean? He do it again, I give him credit. I give him credit, no ifs, ands, or buts. My brother BFTB said Fury won fair and square. Can't wait for the trilogy. And I'm saying the same thing. Fury is the #1 guy. I said it in my live stream earlier, and I'm going to say it again. He beat Deontay Wilder, who I consider to be the #1 guy. So I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to keep it real. Fury is the #1 guy. He definitely is. He deserved that. He beat the #1 threat in the heavyweight division, and Deontay, it doesn't matter what anybody say. That was the number, and Fury, I can't say nothing. All of that, he hit behind the head. I don't agree with nobody that's saying he hit behind the head. I'm sorry. It was a clean shot. Fury caught him. I was even surprised. I couldn't even say anything. He caught him. He caught him clean. But let me see you do that again. Because in my honest opinion, I think Louis King Kong Ortiz is still a way better boxer. I just think that Tyson Fury is better defensively, and he transitions from defense to offense very well. I think he does that better. But as far as planting, throwing power punches, and just regular tactics in boxing, Louis King Kong Ortiz all day. But defensively, as far as being slippery and stuff like that, and to be honest with you, Tyson Fury's tactics wasn't really even like the first fight, because he wasn't really even slippery like that. He kind of was coming forward. And here's my brother, 503 Lion. Let me finish reading this chat, brother, and I'm going to come to you. And I want to ask your honest opinions and assessment on what went down last night. GG says salute, fam. Salute, bro. Drew Titan, my OG in the building, said yo. Fella said greetings from the north side. Ryan Clark said peace, king. That's my dude right there. He said respect the Black Banner. That's my dude. He always been showing love, especially recently. Shout out to you, bro. Respect to you, at there's super ugly. Said ain't gonna be no damn trilogy. Wilder has 30 days to accept the rematch. What that's supposed to mean, Sue? He's not going to accept it. You don't think Wilder's not a real man? But anyway, 503 Lion, my brother.
Yeah. What's up with it? What's good with it, chap? I'm my bad, man. I'm late.
Nah, you good. It ain't been that long.
I'm watching the fight with my pops right now, though. I had to let him watch it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I completely understand,
hey,
brother.
Hey, it's funny, bro. He just said that I give Deontay Wilder any rounds. I said I gave him the first 2 rounds. That nigga say, yeah, win the first 2 rounds. I say, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I wasn't even worried about all of that. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even worried about all of that. I was worried about Wilder, you know, more how he looked, because I see that he wasn't looking too good. He didn't have that much. He didn't have that much Christmas in his feet. He didn't have that much pep in his step. He didn't look too good. And I always notice a fighter's legs. If their legs don't look steady, you know, I always talk trash. I told people that about Richard Coleman. It came true when Teofimo knocked his ass out. Go ahead, though, 503. Talk to us about the fight, though. I'm going to go on mute.
I mean, shit, bro. Like I say, it was a great fight, man. Tyson Fury had the perfect game plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I say, I'm watching it again right now as we speaking. That third round was a game changer, bro. You know what I'm saying? What he did in that third round really, you know, gave him the boost in the fight, man. And from there, he cruised to the victory, man, because he knocked off Deontay Wilder's equilibrium, bro, with that ear shot. You feel me? And I think it was the shot. Now that I'm going back and watching it, I think it was the shot after he got up from the first drop. You know what I'm saying? It was a short little right hand he got hit with, you know, and I think that's what did it. You know what I'm saying? He had fell again, but Kenny Bayless didn't rule that a knockdown. You know what I'm saying? He was just all off after that though, bro. But I think Deontay Wilder, man, he got to work on some things, man. He got to work on his body attack, man. He got to get back to his jab, man. He got to stop you know, head hunting so much, man. He was hitting Wild. I mean, he was hitting Fury with the right hand, bro. But every time he hit him with it, I think Fury was already anticipating it. You know what I'm saying? He was ready for it, and Deontay Wilder really couldn't get the leverage on the shot that he was looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because he was getting mauled, and you know, Tyson Fury was coming forward. You know what I'm saying? Throwing his jab and keeping his timing off. You know what I'm saying? So I think Tyson Fury had a good game plan, bro, and you got to give him his props, especially his trainer too, Sugar Hill and them boys out there, Crunk Gym. They man, they did that, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get the trilogy though, man. Hopefully Deontay Wilder get back in the gym, he recover, and you know, shit, you know, we you know, we get him back, we get him back in the ring soon, man. When you think that fight should happen though, bro?
I was going. I'm gonna get in this chat and I'm gonna answer you because I see people is coming in the chat, kind of crazy. My boy Super Ugly said he will not accept the rematch, my nigga. His equilibrium is corrupted for real. Laughing my ass off. That day he said Ryan Clark said 100. The Black Manta said Deontay Wilder is our brother in and out of the ring. Nevertheless, we're not going to make a permanent decision of defeat of a temporary condition. I ain't gonna lie, I agree with that. I agree with that. I see you out, fella. Give me a sec. BFTB said trilogy in 6 months. See, that's the type of positive talk I like to hear. Ryan Clark said straight facts. Super Ugly TV said Wilder versus White should be on the Fury versus Joshua undisputed undercard for real facts 100. Man, Soup, get out of here with that, man. Get out of here, man. He said BFTB said at Super Ugly only if the winners are guaranteed to fight each other. Yeah, BFTB, learn them up. Learn them up in the chat, BFTB. Learn them up in the chat. He ain't too familiar. What's going on, my fella? Shout out to you, brother. Do weekends. But shout out to you anyway, brother.
Yeah. Y'all know what it is. It's your favorite yet your most hated R fella. Back for another live stream. Salute to Act Reacher, you know what I mean, for shooting that link, you know what I mean? Ultra active. Y'all know what it is. Make sure you like this live stream and subscribe most definitely. We got Fool of Man pulling up, you know what I mean? It ain't been on a live stream with you in a minute, you know what I mean? So salute the Fool of Sports out there, you know what I mean? Heavy on his grind. Follow him on as well as YouTube on IG as well. You know what I mean? Dude's popping with the post, so that's what it is. Salute to the host with the most 503 line over there in the dig. But yeah, man. What a evening of boxing, man. What a evening of boxing. Can't say I was too shocked. I wanted to be, you know what I mean? Niggas be getting at me because I try to go with the logical decision sometimes. You know what I mean? But this time I wanted to be a rider. You know what I mean? Show the man them, yo, the R fella can ride. You know what I mean? Ride with our picks. You know what I mean? And I roll with Deontay Wilder, even though deep down inside I know that there was a major game. Like I knew the game plan that Fury was gonna lay down. You know what I mean? He was able to execute it. He didn't even really need to execute it until after he broke him down. You know what I mean? Because the inside game really didn't become a factor until after he was able to just walk him down. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was a humbling moment yesterday. You know what I mean? Seeing what took place. Tyson Fury, you know what I mean? All the credit due to him. Excellent. The tactics that he used. The jab was beautiful. The inside tactics, the dirty boxing, all that stuff is skillful. You know what I mean? It might not be the most eye pleasing, but it's skillful and it's highly beneficial if you want to get these wins. You know what I mean? And this is what Tyson Fury showed us last night. You know what I mean? Regardless of what shape the shape of his body, whatever, the man knows how to fight. The man knows how to utilize tactics and apply strategies to, you know what I mean, get the victory. He had a through and through his he played his part and his corner played the part. You know what I mean? I was looking over at, you know what I mean, on the opposite side. Wilder definitely disappointed with his tactics, but his corner was subpar. You know what I mean? They were subpar with their instructions. They were subpar with coming to reality of what, you know what I mean, what really needs to be done. I felt, you know what I mean, one issue to me that they could have picked up on was the fact that Tyson Fury's shorts was way too high. So there wasn't much of a target for Wilder to target for the body. You know what I mean? Yes, go for the chest, but them trunks was way too high, man. They might as well have been up at his nipples. You know what I mean? That's why you have to have an experienced, good corner to call them things out. You know what I mean? To get them trunks lowered down to you know what I mean, to the point where we see the top of his navel or something. You know what I mean? Because that really limited the where those punches can land. You know what I mean? So things like that, man, was just it was a true exposure of some of the things that the limitations that not only Deontay Wilder has, but his corner as well. You know what I mean? As far as what comes next, I'm in disagreement with the immediate rematch. You know what I mean? Because I see real concerns. You know what I mean? People, you out here saying that that I mean he should keep his legacy and go in there like a warrior. At the same time, I don't think I wouldn't take anything away from him if he took it in tune up and then came back to it after. You know what I mean? This is life before the sport. You know what I mean? And what I saw yesterday was, you know what I mean? He took a drubbing. He took a serious beating. You know what I mean? And if he stayed in there longer, who knows what could have happened to him? I'm hearing the rumors that he didn't even visit the hospital after this type of beating. You know what I mean?
That's a lie.
well, there's rumors going out there talking that shit. You know what I mean? Well, whether it's a lie, thank you for you know what I mean, correcting that. But I'm just alluding to the corner. The corner needs to be reassessed, man. You know what I mean? Because definitely Deontay Wilder has the skills, or he has the ability to utilize, you know what I mean, and learn these skills and apply good strategy. It's just that the strategy is not given. It's not being. It's not being put forth to him. So in my estimation, the corner, we have to take a long look at the corner. You know what I mean? It needs to upgrade. There needs to be additions to be made, because there's lots of flaws in his game, man. His inside game was terrible last night, man. He was totally overwhelmed and outhandled by Tyson Fury. Yeah, he was 40 pounds over the limit, but still, you got to be able to hold your own when you're calling yourself the champion of the world and the baddest man on the planet. Got to do better than that.
Okay. Let me get, before I go to my brother Fuller, you know what I'm saying? Because you said a lot in there. Let me get in this chat. The Black Banner said, may good health and recovery be upon Wilder. Real fans are going to support our Wilder versus Fury in August. Omega Red says, salute fam. Wilder will absolutely take the rematch regardless if his equilibrium is messed up or it's healed. Omega Red says, salute Grave Digger. My boy Soup said Tyson Fury took Deontay Wilder's soul. Feel me? Show some damn respect to the WBC and lineal heavyweight world champion Tyson Fury. Okay, Soup, man. You wasn't saying that when Andy Ruiz knocked out AJ. Nobody was saying that. BFTB said, I don't hate Fury, respect to him. I don't like AJ at all. Mark Wonderler said, you Todd now salute. One of them one salute, champ. Mark Breland threw the damn towel for a reason. He literally saved Wilder from knocked out cold, ice cold. He saved years of Deontay Wilder's life. Oh my gosh, Soup, shut up. Oh, my fault. I missed my boy. He said, I'm trying real hard, fam, but I don't know how much longer. I already know who you. Chill, Drew. Drew, chill, OG. That's my man. He a New Yorker. You know niggas be joined. You know that, bro. You know that's my man. I know exactly what you talk about, but that's my dog. He don't be on live streams and stuff like that. He just pop up every now and again. Drew said niggas be doing the most of this, but it's okay. BFTB said keep the same energy during the rematch. Okay. Before I go to my main man Fuller, I just want to make I just want to comment on a little bit, just two things that my brother Fella said. He had a point with some things need to be fixed. And I do agree that Deontay Wilder needs to work on the inside game. Another great point that I got to give you that you brought up, and I really respect, and a lot of people can catch on, is something, it's little, but it's the truth. The trunks being too high. You definitely right. You know what I mean? Especially when a person got a big frame, you want to be able to target all of that as much as possible, even though Deontay Wilder doesn't go to the body as much. And it was another thing you said in there, which is the only thing I disagreed with, is him not taking the rematch right away. I'm all for Deontay Wilder to take the rematch right away. I feel like everybody is losing. When when AJ had a concussion and he was hell bent on taking the rematch, and he got knocked out and stopped by Andy Ruiz, he, even though people were against it, he still did it. I think whatever Wilder could do, times that. So in my judgment, even if I'm wrong again, I'll be wrong again. But I think that Wilder could put it all back together.
We can't compare the two. We can't compare the two. Tyson Fury is literally the best heavyweight boxer right now. You know what I mean? Was looked at as the second best heavyweight boxer. Andy Ruiz wasn't the best. He was a fill-in replacement opponent.
True, but he's also a very skilled boxer. We can't underestimate Andy Ruiz's skill. His counter-punching ability, his counter-punching ability, and his combination. But he was a fight. He did.
He lost that fight.
The second fight.
It's not what AJ did.
He stopped him the first fight. There was no in the judge's hands, bro. He stopped him just like Wilder got stopped. I'm trying to figure out what's the difference besides the eardrum. Both of their equilibriums was thrown off. I'm trying to figure out what really was
I think we're putting too much credence on the eardrum. Like whether it's the eardrum or not, that was damage. People are putting it like it's just an injury. You know what I mean? No excuses, man. That eardrum damage wasn't there before the fight. It happened during the fight.
Oh yeah, so I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
If Fury is able to inflict that kind of damage, it can't be taken away.
I agree. I never said that. I wasn't one of the people saying he got hit behind the head. And nah, Fury did what he needed to do. I just said that Fury is the number one guy. But I will say you can't sit here and say that the eardrum thing didn't have an effect. It had an effect, whether we like to admit it or not. It's not an excuse, but it did have an effect.
Wilder's answers for Fury walking him down? That's what I'm questioning. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm highly, you know what I mean, suspect of the strategies put in place by his corner. You know what I mean? Because there was no instruction. There was no alternative. There was no plan B, plan C, nothing. You know what I mean? For Fury's game plan. They thought this nigga was just gonna come in there and dance and box around, you know what I mean, and try to get away out of the right hand the whole night. You know what I mean? That wasn't the case. Fury was bringing it to him.
But bro, can I say this? He
got inside the pocket, you know what I mean? Wilder didn't have no answers for it, and neither did his trainer.
Bro, he didn't look right the whole fight. All I'm saying is, if you notice, he didn't get to sit down on one punch. He did not get to plan anything. I didn't see him. I really watched that fight while niggas was talking shit to me. I really sat down and watched it. Like, he didn't get to plant one punch. Respect to Fury. He was moving in. He was elusive. He wasn't as slippery this time. He was moving forward, and I agree. The homie got to work on his game on the inside, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say that he did inflict the eardrum damage. He did, but I'm not going to act like that didn't play a part. It did. It definitely did play a part into Fury's success, and Fury, being a warrior, capitalized on it. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to capitalize on it. It's just like Jason Rosario and J-Rock. The cut in the eye played a factor. It doesn't matter if Jason Rosario was bigger. It still played a factor in the fight. Let's chat real quick. We can't hit him with the wrench. Nah. That's my friend Mark. Nah, don't hit him with the wrench. He just jawing right now. Like the Philly homie say, he just jawing. You know what I'm saying? He just talking trash because he actually picked right. I'm always right usually. So when he could get a chance to talk trash to me, This is my friend like that. You know what I mean? You gonna see him at my fights and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's my man's like that. You know what I mean? But he's just talking trash because he just so happened to be right. That's all that is. Wilder was losing all them damn scorecards in the first fight. Bomb Squad was literally I don't agree with you on that, Sue. Or you should say say the woodshed. Nah, I don't agree with you on that. You that's gas. That's gas. Nah, nigga, nope, you asked for that. And you got yo. Why you do that, man? Why you do that? Why you do that, man? Anyone from the LD Fury, complete total respect. You in here trolling. Oh man, Drew Titan got me cracking up. Oh man, I can't even. Oh man, he said he will be back in 3 seconds. Oh man, I'm done. Yo, y'all got anything to say? Oh, Fuller, you back? Fuller, what's up, bro? My fault, champ. You could go. You can speak on that. Fuller, you there?
You are on mute, Fuller.
Dang, man, I'm tight, man.
Shit's fucked up.
Yeah, maybe.
One thing I'll give.
Yeah,
one
go
thing
ahead.
I want to say.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
You know what I mean? Because since I've been on here, I've been just criticizing Wilder. You know what I mean? It ain't even like that. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to show some tough love. You know what I mean? At the same time, but one thing I'll have to say that the man has changed the game in is, you know what I mean? I wish, you know what I mean, the walkout just matched the performance inside the ring. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Because he puts out
Facts.
he puts out some of
Facts.
he puts out some of the best walkouts, the best costumes for like the walkouts I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, I've never seen a heavyweight champion. Most heavyweight champions that come out with the traditional robe or whatever, but this man has a full out, you know what I mean, full out costume, and yeah, that shit's just ill. He's changed the game when it comes to that, you know what I mean. So yeah, salute to Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean, all types of ways, just modernizing the sport, you know what I mean, and bringing more theater to the game, you know what I mean. I love that walk in.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too, man. Fuller, you back? Fuller, testing, Fuller. Okay, so Fuller. Nah, I don't think Fuller there yet. But yeah, man.
But yo, so let me ask you this question, you know what I mean?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's like I'm suspect on the shit, man, bro. Like this whole talk of like, yeah, let's implement the immediate rematch. So
What's
what
wrong
are
with
what are the tactics that Wilder has to brush up on? What does he have to do to beat this highly technical, you know what I mean, boxing Tyson Fury that has the advantage in boxing skills, the advantage in size. He has a plethora of advantages. What does Wilder have to do? What makes you so sure? You know what I mean? What kind of game plan does he have to institute to get Fury out of there?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, my esteemed colleague.
Indeed.
I respect that question. Me personally, I would take what you said a little bit earlier. I would implement the game plan with going in on the inside. I also would sharpen Deontay Wilder's defense. I will also work on the legs. We will work leg exercises, you know, just to make sure the leg is sturdy. Work on more agility ladder based exercises also. And I would definitely work on that body work. I believe that while you know, you can't be too good to study. I believe that a lot of the boxers that say they don't study film are the main ones that study film. But I think Deontay Wilder, a fight and a game plan that he should have definitely implemented. I think Otto Wallen did a very good job on Tyson Fury. I think Otto Wallen did a good job transitioning from the inside to the outside. He was able to bang well on the inside too with Tyson Fury. He even got Tyson Fury tired because he stayed to the body. He went well. He mixed it up from the body to the head well. That's another thing that I would want Wilder to do. Not be so predictable. I really want him to be more of an enigma. And I want him to take his time, kind of like he did in the second Ortiz fight. I thought that he was very patient in the Ortiz fight, sometimes in a fight to where he was too patient. Now, let me just say, Tyson Fury did everything well, you know what I mean? But I do think that there's certain things that Tyson Fury doesn't do well. I'll explain that to you. I believe that Tyson Fury is one of those dudes that admires his work a lot. Like my brother not 503, like my brother Stay Ready Boxing always talks about. He's one of those type of fighters that you could catch him in the moment. He has all of those gifts. He could box. He's slippery. He could transition from offense to defense and defense to offense. And he even could think well while he's tired, but he gets caught. So Deontay Wilder has that advantage. It showed actually in the first fight, as well as Tyson Fury was doing offensively, defensively, he ended up getting caught. So what I'm saying isn't too outlandish. 503 Lions back. What's up, 503?
Yeah, what's up, man? I had to jump on the laptop, man. But yeah, man, you know, some good boxing talk, man. You know, this definitely gonna make for some good debates, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you gotta put our respect on Tyson Fury name right now. He the man.
Like I said, he's the number one. He's definitely the number one guy right now. Fool, are you back yet, bro?
Still a no-go.
Well, if you out there, just write in the private chat and let me know when you back in, man. He's my boy said Fury was sublime. Good night, my brothers. The Gypsy King 100. You a jerk, bro. You a jerk. Oh man. But
503, what you think, man? You think he should go? You think he should go right back into the rematch, Wilder?
You asking me that?
Yeah.
You saying, do I think Fury should go right back into the rematch with Wilder?
No, Wilder go right back into the rematch with Fury.
Oh, so Wilder go back right into the rematch. Most definitely, bro. He got to run that shit back, man.
Thank you, bro. Yo, that's why I fuck with 503, man.
Bro,
he young and reckless like me,
bro. Do you not just see?
You will regret that for the rest of your life. See, 503 no.
This fight right here just changed the whole culture, my nigga.
Yes.
Of life, of racism. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Not just in the boxing community, like you know what I'm saying?
Y'all can see it like that, but I see it more in the sense of like, even though that Fury is a way better fighter than who I'm about to display, but I see it in the sense of like Lennox Lewis against Oliver McCall. You know what I mean? When he lost, he got knocked out that first time. Lennox Lewis, he didn't go right back into the rematch against McCall. You know what I mean? And over the span of time, when we look
Okay,
back in
okay,
hindsight, that didn't ruin his legacy.
okay, but he went right back into the rematch with Hasim Rahman when he got knocked out in Africa. So what you saying?
Well, we got two examples of both.
I love you, I fella. I fella. You know why I love Steels? Cause he always switched to Steels. He always go from I fella to Steels. Steels know how to get at his shit. Steels know how to get at his shit real quick.
Indeed.
Real quick, fast, and in a hurry. He not playing. But Fuller, please let us know how you feel. I see you finally came back. Please.
First and foremost, neighborhood. Secondly,
Yes.
Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. I really liked his music. I messed with his music. I thought he was gutter. I thought he had a crazy delivery. I thought his voice was like something heavy, basically. And it's just effed up that he had to like go like how he did in Los Angeles. And it's just, he was barely scratching the surface, So rest in peace to him. Died
Yes,
on
sir.
the field.
Yeah, yes.
May God give him ease in when he transitioned. Basically, that's what I have to say about him.
Yes, peace be upon Pop Smoke, man, the big loco, man.
Yeah,
For real, man.
Yeah.
We gonna miss him. All right, go front. Y'all check out Meet the Woo too. You know what I mean? A New York brother. He got killed out there in California. You know what I mean? Died in the same hospital as Biggie Smalls. You know what I mean? And he a Brooklyn brother. Is sad, man. So
yeah, and he got that Caribbean blood in him too, that Jamaican and Panamanian. So
yes, sir.
It's like, he had the whole extra, basically. Made sad, but I hope his parents and stuff are patient with what has transpired. About it's messed up, but it is what it is.
Yes, sir. But let's get into that fight, brother. Not to break your knowledge.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, salute to Tyson Fury because a lot of us, including myself, was writing him off as like about to cash out and really not taking the fight serious. Really considering WWE, mixed martial arts and things like that. I mean, just the action and how he was moving, you would think that he was really not trying to go to that level. So, salute to him for getting the job done. I can't do anything to give him credit for a job that he did. He came in and he executed. I'm not trying to be too long-winded, but one of the X factors was he was so heavy, and thing is, he really was just coming forward. Really, he wasn't really going backward. And even when you're basically even when you're holding, even when you're clinching and stuff like that, all that weight is gonna get you tired. Like clinching and the headlocks and stuff like that, that's gonna add fatigue on you already. That's gonna put wear and tear on your body, basically, with what the tactics he was doing. So that's factor number one. He was just, and then with the number, we know that Tyson Fury isn't a big puncher, but the thing is about it is that even though he's not a big puncher, with that weight, with that extra weight behind it, it's going to be an X factor too. There's going to be some more ump on them punches. So that was another factor. And then another factor was the eardrum thing. That's big. He found it, and he struck it, and you know he just went to work after that. It's kind of like that cartoon Voltron. Oh shit! Someone shot. My bad. Oh shit, man. My bad. I'm in the launch pad right now. Oh shit.
Yo, you good, Fuller?
Oh shit. Cause niggas are really shooting right now.
Nigga, you better
Shit.
get out of
I
there.
mean, I really dodged some shit right now. I really dodged like some real
You better,
shit right now, cuz.
you better go on mute and
On
get,
hood.
you
On
better get
hood.
situated.
Oh shit, here comes the ambulance and everything too. But anyhow, the thing is this is the thing about Deontay Wilder. And I may be wrong, but at the beginning of the fight, Deontay Wilder maybe threw 2 straight rights. Because I know he was trying to hide the right hand. The way he was trying to fight is he was trying to hide the right hand. But the problem with that is it's kind of easy to tell. You know, it's kind of easy to tell when you're doing that, you know? Like when you're hiding the right hand, you know, it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's telegraphed, but it's just noticeable, you know, how he was trying to hide it. And I honestly don't think with all that weight that Tyson Fury had on him, it would be very difficult to really bring Tyson Fury down. Like, it would really be difficult to knock him down with all that weight he had. I mean, Cuz was 270. You know, that would have been a task. So what Deontay Wilder needed to do, and this is the unfortunate thing, Deontay Wilder didn't throw a variety of punches. He literally threw jabs and the straight right, but he needed to throw more things. He needed to throw check hooks. He needed to throw uppercuts. He needed to throw flicker jabs that would set up something else, but it's easier said than done. But he needed to have a variety of punches. Another thing that I noticed about Deontay Wilder, that what he's not known for because he hasn't had a need to have them, is Deontay Wilder doesn't really have combinations like that. He needed to throw multiple combinations. When he was going to the body, he needed to follow that body shot up with some more combinations. And if he was doing combinations, it would have opened up other things. And then I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at one more thing, and then I'm just going to get off. But another thing, too, with Deontay Wilder is his form of defense is a half step back. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't work. But it didn't work with Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury, I think, has a longer reach. So even when Deontay Wilder took that step back, he was still getting clipped. Like little, no matter how small it was, he was still got hit regardless. And then another thing with Deontay Wilder is his high guard. He sticks his arms out. When he sticks his arms out with his high guard, and then if you stick your arm out, you can get around it. And I think Tyson Fury did that a couple of times. Like he just got around that high guard. Because Deontay Wilder he sticks it out. And I know he won a bronze medal in the Olympic Games, so I think he needs to go revisit what got him that bronze medal, because it definitely wasn't one-hit knockout power. It was boxing. So I think with him, he needs to just work on the intangibles, you know, the intangibles of the boxing, like footwork, because he literally was kind of just he just literally would come front and back instead of like changing directions and stuff like that. and we know he's capable of changing directions and hitting people at angles because he's an athletic fighter, and he just needed to get to that. You know, he needed to do more of those things, and so that ultimately just, I think the eardrum, it was a wrap after that. You know, he just looked burnt out, man. He just looked overwhelmed in that fight. That's the thing. Like, after Tyson Fury did what he did, he just looked so overwhelmed, and it was just like, damn, you know, it was all bad. You know, he got beat up, man. Even if the punches weren't that hard, man. I mean, the stoppage. I mean, on one hand, he'll live to fight another day. That's the whole thing. On the other hand, who knows what would have happened if the fight kept on going? You know what I mean? So that's all I gotta say. Maybe he should just, like, mentally get himself back together and just get his poker face back, and then jump into a rematch. You know, because when one thing works, it's the thing is, one thing may not always work, because we see it with many fighters. We saw it with Jarrett Hurd. Pressure and coming on strong in the later rounds, that works for Jarrett Hurd for a while, but then until he met someone to neutralize that, it didn't work anymore. So that's what needs to be done. You know, with Deontay Wilder, he just needs to put all the tools in the shed again to bring him out, and that's really all I can say about it. You know, salute to Tyson Fury, and you know, hopefully, you know, Deontay Wilder bounces back even better with more tools in the shed to handle situations such as that one that he went through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be safe, brother, and make sure you safe out there. Yeah, make sure you safe, man.
It's cool, bro.
One question before you did, just answer it real quick. Do you think Deontay Wilder should take the rematch, or he should wait? Yes or no? Wait or not?
I think what he should do is just look within himself and see if he has the fortitude to really, like, bounce back. You know, sometimes a defeat can be the best thing that can ever happen to you. Sometimes the defeat may lead to, like, 5 wins straight, and those 5 wins being against top opponents. You know, because maybe, you know, because I'm a believer, you know, I'm a believer that everything is written. You know, the pen dries, you know, before we even get a chance to rewrite the story sometimes. You know, and I think with this, when you're successful 42 times or 40 times or something with the same weapon over and over and over again, it is very easy to say, I don't need anything else. It's very easy to say that. But hopefully he can try to beat Tyson Fury at his own game. And so I think maybe that's the thing that he needs to do. I mean, the box is available too.
Okay. So you basically saying, like, it just depends on him.
Yeah. If he thinks he can do it,
Okay.
then do it. Yeah, then do it. Yeah.
All right. That's fair. Matt, you there? Boss Mac.
Yo.
I'm glad you decided to join us. This one band, so I'm glad everybody did. Yeah, Mac, you know, real quick, you know, if you know, let us know how you feeling, you know what's going on.
Oh no, I'm good. I just didn't want to talk about it today. I was gonna get on tomorrow anyway. I jumped on because I heard Art fella say, I get what you're saying, Art fella, about you not wanting to go to a trilogy, going ahead and going to the rematch. But at the same time, this fight is fucking with his ego. You know what I'm saying? Champ,
Yeah,
we know a fighter like Deontay Wilder. He's not fit to let this loss stop him. He's fought six, 6 to 7 back to back top 10 opponents. Nobody else in boxing has done that. Somebody that had some kind of bullshit ass tune up, he hasn't. It's been 6 fights, all been top 10 opponents. Uh, each one except Fury was knocked out. I'm talking Severn, Luis Ortiz twice, Dominic Brazil, and Fury twice. Now coming in this fight, he didn't look right in the first round to begin with. But then, getting hit in the back of the head fucked his equilibrium up. He never got his feet. He never got his footing. And with his ear bleeding like that, they should have threw the towel in earlier. I'm not mad at Mark Breland one moment for throwing the towel in with his ear bleeding like that. But if everything is right with what they're saying and it's not an eardrum problem and it was just a cut in the ear that needed stitches, oh, he should go right back in there. I'm not taking nothing away from it. When Lennox Lewis got knocked out by Hakeem Rockman, guess what he did? He went right back in there and knocked Hakeem Rockman the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? When Tyson lost to Evander, he went right back in there and fought Evander. You know what I'm saying? This is the spirit of old fighting. This ain't
you
none of that
right.
new shit that motherfuckers keep going back and I need a tune-up fight after taking a loss. No, Deontay Wilder has the spirit of these old champions that we had. That's the reason why
Yeah,
he's
man.
had 10
Don't forget
defenses.
about Floyd. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
Don't forget about
nothing
Floyd
against
Castillo.
who?
Well, Jose Luis Castillo.
Yeah, but Floyd didn't lose.
Well, they was trying to say he lost.
Yeah,
It was a
Floyd didn't
draw.
lose
It
that
was a
fight.
draw. I believe it was, or they gave it to Floyd.
They gave it to Floyd. Don't have no draws on his record.
Yeah, they gave my fault. You're right. They did give it to Floyd, and then he gave him the rematch.
Fellas, was
But
this a
I'm looking at it
competitive
like,
fight last night? Were we watching a competitive fight
but
last
hold
night?
on, but hold on. Regardless, competitive or not, Deontay Wilder has the spirit of a old fighter, like real talk. And he went in there and did what he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? When Roy Jones got knocked out by Antonio Tarver, was that a competitive fight?
Yeah,
No,
it
not
was
really.
No,
competitive.
not really.
The first
The
one was
first couple
competitive.
rounds.
The first one that they gave to Roy, and which is one of my favorite fighters, that fight hurt me when Roy lost to Tarver. That fight hurt me. But that second fight wasn't competitive, bro. And then he went right back in for a third one, even though he lost the third one. He still went back in there. If he want to go back in there and do it, do it. But only thing that I say about it is go talk to your family because you 34 years old. Um, you already kind of put out that bad. I hate when fighters do that because that's like a bad omen. Every time they talk about retirement, and he talked about it before this fight. Both of them did, but that's just like a bad omen to me. Every single time a fighter talk about any type of retirement, they lose. Every fucking time, damn near. You know what I mean? And that was just a bad omen. But I think he needs to go back in here and get this rematch. I think he's gonna do it. That's him personally. If he don't, I'm riding with the champ regardless. But if he say he's going to get that rematch, go do it. Because if you really think about it, it's motherfuckers I heard that's been saying Fury wasn't even gonna take the rematch, but he did. I'm talking about they don't believe Fury was gonna take the fight till he got in the ring, and then look what he did. Yeah, I'm talking to each and every one of y'all that kept saying Fury wasn't gonna do it, and I kept telling y'all the contract is signed. Yeah, and he went right in there and look what he did. I champ lost. That was a that fight right there is gave us. It's the reason people bring us to boxing. It's the reason why we love boxing. It's for the upsets. It's for everything we got last night. Your champion ain't gonna win every single one. Your favorite fighter's not gonna win every single one. But this is where you find out how true of a fan you are, because whatever decision he make going forward is for his career and the betterment of his career. And I do believe he's gonna be champion again, because I'm still rocking with him. And if he go right back in here for the third fight and he go in here and knock Fury the fuck out, I'm still shit. I'm gonna be like I told you so, because he should have did it. He did what he wanted to do. He did what in his mind he had planned to do. We don't know what happened in this fight, because this fight could have been a product of what went on in camp. Like I tell y'all, we're not in camp with these fighters. Y'all don't know what these fighters go through in camp.
Yes,
These
sir.
camps will be serious. These
A lot of excuses I'm hearing. A lot of
Where you come from, Steels? My man's was pouring his heart and soul. He was talking to you. He was talking.
I know I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, but I still want man. I mean, the I saw what I saw last night was scientific. You know what I mean? Their spirit, you know what I mean? But the sweet science of boxing came into play, and it's not being credited right now. You know what I mean?
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Stay.
Yeah, you breaking up a little bit though, champ. Talk again, real quick.
Hold on.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you chopping up, bro.
Man, that was gypsy dust. It was gypsy dust, man.
One thing about the fight I will say though is it didn't seem
Okay,
like Tyson Fury was
I
getting
got a
tired.
call.
It didn't seem like Tyson Fury was getting tired though. It seemed like, in fact, in the later rounds, it just seemed like he poured it on even more. I don't know where he got that stamina from, but
Fool.
He was fighting at a measured pace. It's not like he was throwing like
Yeah,
a
that's
record
true.
number of
Hold
That's
on.
true. He does do that. I agree with our fella with that. He does
What
fight.
happened?
He wasn't throwing the 50. He didn't do that in the first fight. He was trying to steal rounds the last 30 seconds in the first fight. I watched it twice with my mans before we even watched, you know what I mean, the fight, you know what I mean, last night. So,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
straight,
right.
bro.
Okay. Yeah, I had got a phone call, man.
503, quiet.
I mean,
What'd y'all
yeah,
say when I
man.
left?
It's a
Go ahead.
somber day, bro. It's a somber day.
Yeah, it is, but it's gonna be like that every time your favorite fighter loses. Every time,
I'm going to let y'all know I can't take another 1 in 20. So, motherfucker
bro.
better get
Yeah,
it together.
yeah, bro. I
I'm
had
not
two of
saying my favorite fighter can't lose, but I'm not trying to have both of my favorite fighters lose in the same year. Fuck all of the bullshit.
bro.
Motherfuckers
You
better
don't talk
get
about it. You talking about it in the same year, my nigga. Jericho just lost and Wilder just lost in
it.
less than a
Facts.
week away from each other. How the hell you think I feel right now?
Facts. You right. You right. You right.
You know what I'm saying?
So stay.
That's
I'm
why I
gonna
really
ask
didn't
you the
want.
same thing I asked Ack, and because I'm like I was telling Ack, you know what I mean. I'm straight skeptical about taking the rematch immediately. You know what I mean? So
I'm not.
say he does. Say he does. I mean, what's the game plan? What are the tactics he needs to utilize to get Fury out of there? You know what I
Well,
mean?
number
Because
one,
he
well,
got
number
totally
one,
mishandled last night, bro. So
what,
what did he what was he what how does he
listen,
make a 180 out of that? Go ahead.
this is well, for one, in the first round, he was doubling up on his jab. He was looking good with his jab. The problem is when he started taking those rabbit punches in the back of the head. This is why I don't like Kenny Davis, boy. This is right here. When I said it on 503 channel, this is the shit that I mean. When you in a fight and you sitting there, it's not an even fight. They're not even warning Fury. He's just letting them fight. Boy, that's dirty tactics. He's catching elbows and punches in the back of the head, and this motherfucker ain't saying shit. This ain't the first time he did it. He had questionable shit when Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman was fighting. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. It's something about this motherfucker, and he looking dead at the shit. The motherfucker act like he blind. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Stay with that jab. He was doing good body work, but it's gonna be hard going to the body, ducking your head, and dealing with somebody like Fury. Because I guarantee you, if they fight again, Fury's gonna use the same tactic. But this is what he got to do. He got to go back to the basics and fundamentals, and he's gonna have to utilize that uppercut. You're gonna have to make Fury get the fuck up off of you. Throw that motherfucking uppercut. You knocked Luis Ortiz out with it, so I know you got it. You got to show it right. I know you got to show it right hook. Utilize them motherfuckers when he get up on you. When he get up on you, close up on you, start throwing devastating hooks to the body. Make the motherfucker piss his pants. Hooks to the body, uppercuts. Make him back up. Give him that distance so you can throw your right hand. He smothered the right side so you couldn't get off with your right hand. And the few right hands that you landed on him, you couldn't land flush because he was dipping his head or he was moving his head and you were just grazing him really. You never landed a clean flush shot with that right hand. He took some power shots, but it really wasn't like talking about because you couldn't get the leverage on you because your feet wasn't up on you. And then but get him up out for you. Try, you know what I'm saying? Watch yourself. He's gonna try to smother that right side. Throw that left hook on his motherfucking ass. Instead of throwing that straight right all the time, throw an overhand right. He's not looking for it. Come across the top when he throw that jab. Come across the top with that overhand right. Stop looking for that straight right. That overhand right is the punch. I promise you to get rid of him. Because if he gonna smother that right side, that means he got to throw that jab to set up his power shot. And when he gonna throw a check hook. When he throw it, dip and throw that overhand right, it's gonna be wide open. It was wide open yesterday, but he couldn't get it because his feet were not up on it. That's the complete 180. It's not hard. It's just gonna take some watching. It's gonna take some watching the tape, and it's gonna take somebody like Mark Briggs. JD, I don't know how the fuck is JD the head coach, head trainer, but he's not the one giving the instructions in the ring. He shouldn't be the head trainer. I'm sorry. Mark Breland should be the head trainer. Mark Breland should be the one that can be talking to him and telling him, hey, you can utilize this, this, and this. But that power ain't going nowhere. Deontay Wilder still here, still got that power, and still can knock Fury out devastatingly. But he is going to have to utilize that double jab. And then he's gonna have to throw more feints than he was in his fight because he didn't have Fury scared for 1 second when he was fainting. This fight actually looked like Fury versus Derek Chisora too.
Yeah, I feel that.
And that's what it's gonna have to be.
Okay. I want to pose a question right quick. Act, man, I've been quiet, man. I ain't been saying nothing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, man. That third round, what do y'all guys think Deontay Wilder made the mistake to get caught and dropped and get his eardrum bust? Do you think he wasn't jabbing enough? Was it he couldn't handle the constant coming forward pressure? He couldn't fight on the back foot? What do y'all think, man?
When he was throwing them body shots, he was dipping his head down too low. Because his
I
ear
feel
was
he
bleeding.
was backing up in straight lines.
His ear was bleeding before he caught that back of the head shot and knocked him down.
backing up in straight lines to me was the culprit that put him into that position of him getting caught with that punch where he's trying to duck out of the way and it clipped him behind the ear or on the ear. He was backing up in straight lines the whole fight instead of stepping to the side. You know what I mean? And giving Tyson Fury angles. The foot movement's a problem. When the legs were gone, he wasn't utilizing the ropes. At least let the ropes hold you up. Fight off the ropes if you don't have the same type of stability with your legs. Um, you're right, man. You need to go back to the basics, and that's one of the basics he needs to go to is to learn how to fight off the ropes when you don't have the legs and the ability to circle in the ring and fight in the center of the ring. You have to have the ability to fight in the corners and fight off the ropes, and he definitely lacked that last night.
Yeah, man. I think it was a little bit of Wilder not making any adjustments to the pressure. I think he should have used better footwork. I think his timing was off. His jab wasn't on point. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't never really in none of the best positions to throw none of his shots. Like Ack was alluding to, I think he never loaded up on the right hand. Even though he was catching Fury in those first two rounds with the right hand, it still wasn't the shot that he was looking for. Now I hear a lot of people saying Fury bullied the bully. You know what I'm saying? And he did this and he did that. You know what I'm saying? But to me, he used good pressure and a good jab to get this win. And off that good jab, he was able to catch Wilder with a right hand that dropped him. You know what I'm saying? A nice short right hand on the inside. You know what I'm saying? It was a good game plan, man. I got.
I ain't even. Oh yeah, what was you saying?
Now I was gonna say I gotta give kudos to my brother Fella, man, because he did say that Tyson Fury went down there to train with them crunk boys in the D, man, his native land, for some good inside scrapping, man, and that's definitely what I seen, you know what I'm saying, in his fight, you know what I'm saying, because he when he caught Wilder, that was on the inside, the right hand in the third round, but yeah, that's all I got though, bro.
I ain't gonna front. He didn't get to plant one good punch one time. He would have landed and planted that right hand one time. But like I said, I don't think he was feeling that well in the first place. And like I said, I want to keep saying that, and I don't want it to sound like I'm making excuses. But I really genuinely believe that he wasn't he just didn't look right. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know Tyson Fury can crack. He's 270 and whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know feel that. Still feel like Louis King Kong Ortiz just got a little bit more cracks, and Deontay Wilder was lighter than what he was that night. So I think honestly, him being that big, it affected Wilder. In my opinion, I think the weight, I think that's too big. 230. That was too big. I like Wilder like 221. You know what I mean? 222. If anything, I say the biggest 225. I always said that 224, 225. That's the biggest. 230 was a little bit too big. Sometimes the body don't act right and you could fatigue because of that. So, just little things to point out maybe in a rematch. Let's come in lighter. You being bigger doesn't always necessarily mean more power. So we just got to keep, things like that in mind. And I feel like, that's one of the things we can move forward with in the rematch. I also agree with you with the trunk situation. Make sure that them trunks as low as you could get them. You know what I mean? So you could target that body. Definitely make a little fun.
Hey, y'all right about that weight because I started thinking about it. He was 230. when he fought Eric Molina, and look how rough Eric Molina made that fight. Before he, you know what I'm saying, he ended in demise, but yeah, he was heavy in that fight.
Yeah, I ain't like
Well,
that.
that's one key. That's one. That's another key. He should. If the trilogy comes off, he should go back to coming in at
Cruiserweight.
220, 215 in those weights. You know what I mean? Let him be light and nimble, but at the same time, he needs to work on his shit. Need to go employ a guy like Daniel Cormier and work on his tactics. You know what I mean? Some stand up grappling and shit. You know what I mean? Because he was getting manhandled in the clinch. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you have to put on an extra 30 pounds to be uh, extra extra durable or to be extra strong in the clinch. Daniel Cormier is a guy that came up from 205 from I guess the light heavyweight division in the UFC and is able to compete in the super heavyweight division in the UFC. So I mean Deontay Wilder, he's athletic. He definitely has the ability to employ better clinch tactics. You know what I mean, and grappling tactics in the ring.
Well,
So yeah,
I want to say this about it is that no matter how heavy or no matter how light you are, skills go any weight you go to. You can't take skills away when you get heavier or when you get light. It won't make a difference if you have the tangible skills that are gonna uh make you do what you need to do. Because we've seen it with many fighters in the past who move up in weight, but because they have the necessary skills and the necessary tactics to offset any challenge that comes their way, it doesn't really matter. Weight won't really make a difference because they're just that good. And with Deontay Wilder, the thing is I mean, you can fight dirty, just be sneaky in doing it. Like when Tyson Fury was like clinching and stuff
Ain't,
like that, like throw an
ain't no
elbow,
respect in fighting there.
like throw an elbow. If Tyson Fury's clinching and headlocking and stuff like that, give him something to think about. Like give him a little elbow or give him a little shove. Like show him something like, nigga, you ain't about to be doing this on me, you know, or if you are going to try to do it on me, this is what is going to be expected. Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. That's just how it works. I mean, look at the first Roberto Duran Sugar Ray Leonard fight.
I
It
ain't think
was
Ray lost.
but look at how he fought. So,
True.
look at how he fought. He didn't back down. That's my whole thing. There was no backing down. There was no, oh shoot, what game plan do I have? He was there with them. You know, you gotta have sometimes that mentality, you know.
I wish them motherfuckers still did have that smelling sauce like they did in that first fight. Deontay Wilder would have came back and fucking what? If they would have had the smelling sauce like the old days.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Smelling probably can't save no busted eardrum, champ.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna front. He would have been more. He would have been more. Put it this way: if he would have had the smelling sauce in the beginning, he wouldn't have been that lagging. You feel me? Remember what I said about his legs even before the eardrum got busted? I just felt like he didn't have that much Christmas in his legs in the beginning to begin with.
Did,
So
did,
that,
did he get his jaw broken, bro? Because I'm hearing rumors. His
Hell
jaw.
no.
nah, he did not get his jaw, bro.
Okay.
Bro, you hearing rumors from these UK idiots that keep coming out with all this extra bullshit. Ain't shit wrong with this nigga.
Niggas wasn't talking about nothing when Joshua had that fucked up ass headache.
Yeah. They trying to get some get back. That's all.
And none
That's
of
it.
them was around. None of them was making videos supporting Joshua.
Matter of fact, I want to say something. I know everybody was sitting on that Charles Morton and Gerald Washington fight before it happened, but I told y'all that was gonna be a good fight. I told y'all Gerald
That was a
Washington.
good ass fight. I knew
Yeah, I
Martin
told y'all
was
Gerald Washington was gonna get knocked out. Y'all picked Charles Martin to get knocked out. Look at this shit. I told y'all Charles Martin was gonna
I
win
didn't
that.
pick Charles
Not you.
Martin.
You was gone all week. You was gone
Nah,
all week.
but even when I came in, I told 503. I said I gotta agree with the fellas on that. I said I gotta go with them with the Charles Martin pick. Cause I
Hey,
ain't
I
gonna
was,
lie.
It was just you and State who rolled with Charles Martin. I ain't
even
gonna lie.
BFTB picked
Washington, man. Yeah, man. Salute to Charles Martin, though, man. He looked good, man. That straight left hand was looking good, man.
He looked real
yeah.
confident in there too. Like he
Yeah.
belonged
Has,
there. Like
yeah,
he
because
had a
he
mentality
don't
like
won
y'all
three
made a
straight
mistake.
fights.
Yeah, he had a mentality like, you know what I mean, y'all motherfuckers made a mistake. And that's the IBF eliminator, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so he possibly could get that fade again.
And I hope he coming with his motherfucking mind right this time.
Word up. But yeah, man. Man. Like I said, to me, in recent memory, uh, like I said, the last time I felt like this was Rigondeaux against Lomachenko. It's no biggie. I think Wilder could come back, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
man.
we'll too.
Yeah, as I said before, sometimes like taking losses is really like gaining a lot more, because maybe I'm not saying he's he was complacent. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that maybe he just like really thought the equalizer was just really going to do the trick. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes like I mean because again, being that big, like he was huge. Tyson Fury was like huge, like he was real big, and sometimes it's not gonna happen, you know. So that's why it's like that it is what it is, bro. He wouldn't need like three of those.
Mm. So let's get ready to close this one out, fellas. Y'all can hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Fella, you there? Is this the right one, fella? Maybe that's. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's the wrong one. Fella. Oops. Oh, fool. Fella. Fella. I don't know. I guess he's not there. Fella. Fella. I mean, his mic. I mean, I don't know. All right. Fuller.
Yeah, what's up?
What's the name? Give me your last, brother.
Yeah, man. My bad if I come on later, whatever the case may
Nah,
be.
you good, bro. You good.
But
I
it
don't
was,
even be coming on like that. So
yeah. It was cool though, talk about it, Uh, obviously it was an upset. It wasn't what we expected was gonna happen, but it's boxing and anything can happen in boxing. Man. we just gotta like look at it as such, and hopefully he come back stronger and more skilled, you know what I mean, for the rematch, stuff like that. And yeah, it was a good build, you know what I mean, good session that we had, you know. So that's pretty much all I got, you know what I mean. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, yeah. Just shout outs to the whole LGBC, of course, and shout outs to, everybody on the panel, and shout outs to people in the chat too who tune in. Yeah, hopefully people in the chat they tell their friends so there can be more audience too. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
You there, champ?
Yeah, yes indeed, yes indeed. You hear me, Fula?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Straight. I'll do my last words too.
Where at go?
You must have got caught up as well. He back right here now.
Okay.
But yeah, salute to Ag Reacher, you know what I mean, for shooting that link in a dig. It's kind of a grim day, you know what I mean, after one of our favorite fighters, you know what I mean, went down the way he went down. But you know what I mean, definitely showed a warrior spirit, you know what I mean, and I'm definitely optimistic about the future. You know what I mean? I just hope, you know what I mean, certain things are put more into detail with regards to his tactics, you know what I mean, if he's gonna be going directly into this immediate rematch. Um it was nice, you know what I mean, to talk with the brothers once again, you know what I mean, the usual suspect, you know what I mean, good to hear Fula's voice, you know what I mean, pass through, you know what I mean, and give us his, you know what I mean, opinion, you know what I mean, his West Coast, you know what I mean, state of mind and whatnot. You know what I mean, salute to Stay Ready Boxing TV. You dig, you know what I mean? Of course, me and him always go back and forth on things. You know what I mean? But that's what makes you know what I mean, makes it a dope boxing conversation. You in the dig, it's not just one way. You know what I mean? There's multiple different views, points of views, you know what I mean, on this panel. Salute to 503 Lion. You in the dig. Don't forget, we're going to be live tomorrow. You know what I mean? Marathon Mondays. You know how we does it, you know what I mean? That's what 6 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Central. That's when we get down, you know what I mean? We'll be breaking down the aftermath, talking about the undercards as well. I was one that you know what I mean, picked Charles Martin over Gerald Washington. So let me pat myself on the back for that pick as well in the dig.
You
But
said pat yourself on the back for what?
Charles Martin, I picked that.
No, you know you didn't. You picked Gerald
Yeah, I did.
Washington like
I
on
did.
503 channel. I
Now,
got
how you
witnesses.
gonna tell
Play
that
back
man
the
who
tape.
he picked, man?
Play back the
Cause
tape.
we was all right there.
No,
Me
man,
and
you
Ack
can't
was the
do
only
that.
ones that picked
You can't
Charles
do that.
Martin.
No,
You
sir.
lying, bro. You
Hold
lying.
on. 503. We was
Man,
right there on your page.
Amnesia, bro. Amnesia,
Huh?
bro.
No,
Stop
no.
that man
that
picked
haze.
Charles
Get off
Martin.
that haze, bro, and come over to the
I'm a
Kush and Gelato, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go.
Get off
I
that
gotta go
haze.
back and listen to this page because that was
It's
the day BFTV was on there.
cloudy
I'm
right
damn
now.
sure. I'm
I've
gonna go
been
back.
I've been pumping up Charles Martin. I'm like, yeah, I like the way he looked. He looking like I was even talking about the nigga's forearms before the weigh-in. I'm like, yeah, he looking like he in shape and whatnot. And he coming in the weigh-in looking like the best
Mm,
Charles ever seen him. I picked Charles Martin, bro, before any of y'all niggas. Stop it.
No, don't say you picked it before any of us, because when you was the now, because when we was not, matter of fact, I remember this. Hold on. In 503, you over at Caping, nigga, we was sitting there on your channel. Y'all was just sitting there down talking the motherfucking undercards. I was sitting there talking about I wanted to see Gerald Washington and Charles Morton because I know somebody was gonna get knocked out. Y'all was talking about how shitty that fucking fight was. I said, who the fuck y'all got to pick? Both of you niggas, you 503, you Odd Fella, and BFTB picked Gerald Washington. Me and Ack Reacher picked Charles Martin. Now you might have changed it
Oh,
after that. Hold on. You might
Yeah,
have
bro. What the
changed it
fuck is
after
wrong
that
with
show.
you, man?
You might have changed it after that
He gonna
show.
tell
But
you
I
who you
remember
picked.
that show, my nigga.
He gonna tell you who he gonna tell you who he
Nigga,
picked.
we was on your channel, cause man, I remember.
Man,
I'm gonna go record
I don't
that
know. I
shit.
don't know what the fuck you been drinking this weekend, my nigga.
I ain't been drinking much of that. But I remember that shit.
You need to put that shit up, cuz. I'm just
I
saying.
remember that shit.
that ain't factual, bro. I call Charles Martin. That's what it is, though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, regardless
Okay.
if that's what you heard on that show,
Wink, wink.
that wasn't the official choosing. You know what I
It
mean?
wasn't.
That
It probably
that was,
wasn't. That's why I said you might have changed it after the fact. But I remember when I asked y'all about it, you didn't pick Charles then.
but you right about one
Cause
thing. I mean, I ain't give a damn about the fight back then. You know what I mean, I wasn't
yeah,
on the
the
card.
503. You talking about what the fuck I've been drinking, nigga? My memory ain't bad. What the fuck you been smoking? It ain't been that good gas.
Oh shit. He said you ain't ghastly,
Oh
champ.
God, stop fighting, my nigga. Yo, you coming at your greenery 503.
Yeah. That nigga better go back to Philly drinking them $50 shots of whiskey.
Shit, I got a bottle. I got a bottle. I don't need to go to. I got a bottle sitting right on my kitchen counter. I got
Shit,
some. I
man.
got some of that. I got some pure white. I got some WL Weller 12 $60 bottle, and I got some Crown Reserve. You need a drink? I got 6 bottles of red Cabernet too over there too, with a bottle of Pinot Grigio and a Pinot Noir too. You need some drink?
Shout out to y'all for keeping it going. We're gonna have to do a liquor live stream.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, Stay Ready got that shit on lock, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cause I remember we went to the room, man. Shit, nigga ain't had to think about it. Shit. It was all up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You didn't have to get nothing to drink at the fight unless you just wanted to. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
still got something to drink at the fight.
Still got
I
the
gotta
ball.
slow down. I'm gonna slow down drinking one day. Today just ain't that day.
Indeed. Well, it is what it is. I picked Charles Martin, and he looked crispy. He looked crispy in that fight to me, man. You know what I mean? I liked his reactions. You know what I mean? He was good counter punching in that fight. I mean, I was quite impressed with Charles Martin in that. You know what I mean? But yeah, but, you know what I mean? I'll just end it off like that. You know what I mean? Because I know you, Reach, you finna go. You know what I mean? Wrap this one up. So, yeah, salute to you again. You know what I mean? Once again, catch us on 503 tomorrow night, tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central Time. It's your favorite Get Your Most Hated on fella. Salute to the whole LDBC. And I'm Gizon.
Already, man. Much love to my boy. Act Reacher 45, man, for sending the link, man. This was a cool little live stream, man. We'll definitely be back on my bro channel. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he do decide to, shoot them links out, man, we're gonna hold it down for him, man. If this was a good one, much love to Fula. My brother, Stay Ready, of course, man. The Houston Hard Hitters, my co-host,